Yeah, no doubt. All right. I'm gonna hit record.
This is why we're podcasting and not out playing soccer.
No shit, bro. Like, you wasted another good one.
So when you got on YouTube and there was somebody that recommended
Yes.
these part numbers and
Yeah. I looked up everything. I looked up was beginner, entry level. Because if you just type in podcast equipment, there's some fantastic shit. I mean,
you can go crazy.
Oh, yeah. Listen, if I had $2,000, maybe $3,000, I could. I mean, it would be really, really nice. All this stuff. So these microphones and this whole setup is very basic, and it was $190, $200, let's call it. This is not even a real camera. It's just like a 4K like image capturing device. It's kind of a camera, but it's the
recording.
It records through here, and that's what's capturing this, and it's a great photo. It's really good, but it's not like that. Like that's the goal, right? Yeah. To get those and videotape with those. This was like $150, and then anything after that, like this capture card was like $15. Nothing over that was like $20. This is so I can play games online, but go on this thing and stream it online so people can watch me play games.
Oh, I've seen you playing MOB.
Yeah. Yeah. I play Mario Kart too. I love playing Mario Kart. No, and people are on all hours of the night wanting to play this shit. It's crazy.
I mean, I do. I nerd out on a guy. His name is Ryu Carr. Yeah. And he has made a fortune off of playing Mario.
I know. It's crazy.
I mean, he's great at it.
It's nuts.
The nostalgia of watching somebody really good play them games, I love it.
Yeah. We've been capturing this whole conversation. This is good stuff.
Well, hey,
yeah,
that's what we're here to do.
That's what we're here to do. What we're here to do.
I mean, we can't leave with 30 seconds.
No, we got to put something down and see what it's all about. I had Anthony and his friends in here not long ago, and it was funny. Like it was me and like a bunch of teenagers, but we were just talking about we weren't talking about anything stupid or obviously I'm not going to sit here and be dumb about some shit and whatnot. And you know what? I just realized that this fucking camera is right in the way of you guys from this camera. Hold on.
Just so we're clear, I'm okay with that.
I know. I think we're going to leave it there for now. Because this one is a good one that captures everything.
Yeah.
So I think we're good. And for now, it is what it is, right? We're going to figure it out. But yeah, I didn't spend a ton of money. I mean, honestly, I would say less than $500 total and everything. Those lights were $25 for 3 of them, but of course I got one without a stand, so I got to find, I got a stand here.
They came with the stands?
Yeah, it came with everything. Yeah, for
$20?
$25 for 3 of them. Yeah. And
man.
Very big. And when I went on Amazon and I would type in LED podcast lights, what Amazon suggested, I'd buy. Yeah. Because it was cheap. And it is cheap. And you can get Liam, you've seen the really nice stuff you can get.
Oh, you could spend tens of thousands of dollars on just equipment alone.
Just like anything else. I mean,
on a camera, there's Sonys and Canons that are $10,000 just for a fucking camera.
Yeah.
How much?
Fuck that.
How much?
That was $2,500.
But I mean, you have to have intent with that. That this is what you want to do.
My goal in life, and you guys have to be the ones that motivate me to do it. You guys hold me accountable if I don't do it, but I want to make a movie. Before I die, I want to have a movie on the big screen, and I'm the one that fucking filmed or thought of the idea, filmed it, fucking got all the actors, and produced it all, and fucking But I'm gonna make a movie one day.
Yeah.
What's your basis?
It could be actually really horror. I can make it, bro. Have you seen a good horror movie recently? That's a genuine question.
That's not my genre.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw a horror movie, it was Halloween, and it was fine, but it wasn't I didn't jump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Movies back in the day used to make me jump.
Exactly, and so I haven't seen a good movie that's made me jump in a while. I'll start with a good horror movie, but anything really.
I mean, on a budget, that would be fair. I mean, most horror movies that hit it big, their profit is massive because the production value is
very
it's
minimal.
89 it's 89 cents in a field in the county next door to
fake blood with a rubber knife.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you guys have to hold me accountable on making this shit.
Yes.
I have the camera.
You have the camera now. That's a beautiful camera. Yeah, the one I want is I want the Sony I think it's the A65,000 or A6500. It's really nice. I listened to this one guy I want to start shout out Sean Ryan podcast. You know what I mean? But you guys should watch this shit. The Sean Ryan show. It's crazy. He's an ex-Navy SEAL CIA guy. I shouldn't say only. He gets people on to tell the truth and to document history. And it's a lot of Navy SEAL guys, Green Beret guys, Army Rangers, Marines. It's crazy. The stories these guys tell are nuts. And it's nuts.
To me, that's a true horror movie.
Yeah.
You know, learning the facts and
yeah,
not being so naive, because
you should watch.
There is some dirty shit that goes on.
Awful stuff, and they talk about it all.
You're almost forced to turn away to not believe it.
Yeah.
Because it's terrifying. You know, I mean,
the world's a fucked up place. You all right over there, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm just making this so it's not like cutting my face off in this shot.
But like.
You hear my dog upstairs?
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, she's having fun.
Yeah, she's having fun, all right.
Having a good old time. I tell you, I felt terrible when I came to visit you after your surgery, and Bella's just sitting there like a little princess that she is, doing her puzzle.
Yep.
And I start farting around with the dog and got it worked out, and its tail just swept that entire...
Yeah. Yeah.
All that
knock
hard
the
work.
whole puzzle out?
Oh, knock the whole puzzle.
And Bella does puzzles like it's crazy.
You know.
She's like Rain Man of puzzles. There's a pile in the other room there's probably 20 puzzles that she does. She glues them together and we keep them.
That's so weird. We're talking about puzzles because I would pull out my phone, but my buddy just yesterday was showing me that his girlfriend is doing like printing shirts and putting cups, pictures on cups and shit. And the newest thing that she just got is being able to do puzzles. So she got the blank white puzzles and that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah. Sent me a picture of like them together, like with a crew on their cruise date or whatever. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And they said something about if we want to do nude pictures, we have to do it ourselves.
You'd have to go in and do the printing. Yeah, that's funny. That's really funny. You have to.
I mean.
Yeah, so it was like 6 months ago. Me and my brother, like, we wanted to print T-shirts and say funny things on shirts. I have an Etsy page. I'll show it to you guys. I have a store on there, and I have 2 T-shirts.
You get money off Etsy, right? If you can, you
could
get paid off
but
Etsy.
The amount of time you have to just do it, and it's not something you could play with. Like, you have to do it. And that was something. It was before I kind of got wanted to do this. Not that this is easier than that. But this is more stuff you could touch.
Probably funner too, right?
It's more fun. Like Etsy is and it's great. Like, look, I had fun designing T-shirts, and I designed 2 T-shirts, and they've been posted for like 6 months on the store. And it's me and my brother, and the store was called Brotherly Banter because we just talk shit to each other.
Yeah.
And Heather, the only purchase was Heather. Heather bought a shirt 2 months at Christmas time, and it still hasn't come yet. and I got paid for it. Yes. And I got paid for it. The good money's in my account. Yeah,
I haven't called
them. I gotta call them and see what the hell's going on. But it's crazy. You gotta connect like one service to another service to another service, and it's a thing. I mean, I watch videos for hours and hours, and like I watch this one girl I watch. She's I don't know $350 a year off Etsy, but she's like I put up 20 different things a day, and I'm like I can't do that. I have a full-time job. There's money to be made, but you got to take that risk.
You got to actually make it your whole job. Like a DoorDash, or like if you want to DoorDash, you got to do it 100%. You can't just do it a little bit. Like, there's people that make like tens of thousands of dollars DoorDashing. Probably not around here, but in big cities. Like there's probably people that make way more than I make just DoorDashing.
Listen, I drove for Uber back in 2016 when I lived in Colorado. I did Thursday night was ladies' night in Colorado Springs. It was Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And I did like $250 a night. And this was back in 2016, 2017. So, I mean, that was an extra, $750 a week that I really didn't have to do shit for. I kept a little snack box in the back of my car with a couple waters. And people would get in there like, can we smoke in here? I'm like, well, yeah, I can. You shouldn't, but you can. Everybody smoke in here. Like, smoke weed, everybody smoke weed. But it was cool, like, and they would tip and they weren't supposed to. And
did they have a camera on you while you were driving?
This was before all that stuff. Yeah. I wouldn't do that now. I had one girl puke in my car. And
did you make her like clean it up, or like did you kick her out?
Really drunk. She was really drunk. I felt bad for her. I cleaned it up, but they paid me. They
get her out.
Her boyfriend or whoever they were with the night, he called me the next day. He got a hold of me through the service and he said, can we pay you for this? I'm like, yeah, it cost me $50 at the car wash to get this fucking cleaned up. So they sent me $75 and it was cool.
That's cool.
Oh, that's good.
I never really had any bad customers. I had one lady that was really drunk at a bar and I picked her up at like 1 p.m. hammered.
Oh God.
And she's your typical like when she talked, you smelled like a 1976 Harley in a pack of Marb Lights. That's what you smelled, right? And she comes out
Vintage.
Vintage. And she comes out wearing her Def Leppard cut off T-shirt, looking just crusty, and like she soaks in the sun, like she looks like a wallet. And she gets in the car, and I go down the road. And I'm following the GPS. I'm just following the GPS. That's all I'm doing. That they give you something to follow. She goes, "You take it right." I'm like, "Ma'am," that goes, "You're trying to pay more. You're trying to get charged for more."
Man.
And I said, "Look, you want to get out?" And she's like, "No, bring me home." And I brought her home, and she gave me some bullshit rating, and like they sent me an email, and I had to respond. And I'm like, they're like, "You should get a camera." And that's right when I'm like, "I'm not doing this anymore. This is stupid." It's 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Yeah, that would be tough. I don't have the patience with people to put up with that.
That's tough. I don't anymore. Back then.
I mean, I've had good experiences with Uber. I mean, granted, I mean, really the only like American, like truly American person I ever had an Uber with was in Washington, D.C.
Yeah.
And I made the comment. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm just surprised you're, you know." And then 2 days later, I see on Facebook that somebody's being prosecuted because they said that to an Uber driver, and it's like, "Oh my God, that's so racist." And I was like, "Well,
Damn.
Yeah.
that was my experience with it, you know."
It's like cabs in New York City. I mean, the same
But
thing.
no, I'll tell you, I had one out in Vegas, and the dude's name was Lorenzo, and he was awesome. He picked me up from the Desert Inn. Well, he dropped me off there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, this isn't a very good part of town. I mean, you know, it was like noon."
Yeah.
But he's like, "Call my number and I'll come pick you back up." So I get done, I call him, he comes, picks me back up, and he's driving me back to the hotel, and he's like, "You want to take a tour of Vegas?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, man, let's do that." And he ran me to the Bellagio, and then we went to the Venetian, and I mean, like, he knew all the art, and I did. I had a really good time. He was a hell of a guy.
That's cool.
Gave him a good tip, and,
Hell yeah.
you know.
Like, you could so have been the next victim of a liver transplant in the black market. Like, that guy could have cut your liver out. Remember when we were, where were we? Remember when we were with
Oh,
Steve?
God, yes.
Oh.
Where are we?
Liam, you know Steve Adriano?
Of course, yeah.
So we were in, where were we?
Indiana.
Indiana.
Oh.
We went out to eat one night. We Ubered back, and we got the Uber for us big guys. And but mind you, the Uber we took there, we were in like this Honda Fit, and I was sitting half on Craig's lap, and Steve was squished in the bed.
It was thick.
awful.
It was thick.
Yeah, it was tough. And we're driving. All of a sudden, this guy just starts taking these like back roads, and I wind up going parallel to a train tracks. And Steve is in the back, and all of a sudden you hear, what did he say?
Where are we going? Because, like, from where we left, had like a college town vibe.
Yeah.
You know, nice bars.
There's probably
great
McDonald's and
places to eat.
Wendy's that you're familiar with, and then
And 3 turns later, we're in the industrial park.
Yeah.
Trains. I mean, it was like, oh shit, there ain't no
was he
street
strapped
lights over
up?
here.
Steve's always strapped up though, right? So
Yeah.
he's ready for business.
Yeah, but he was in there pretty tight though. Range of motion was. That's a good time there, man. I'll tell you, Steve's a good dude.
Steve is a good dude. I like Steve a lot.
Surprisingly a good golfer. I mean, he has kicked my ass every time since.
Yeah.
First time I played him, I was like, this dude sucks. Then he went and got a set of pings, and now all of a sudden he's shooting
He's the man.
sub 80.
He's the man. I like Steve. Steve's a good dude.
But he's a Kansas City fan, you know, and Super Bowl today.
Oh, he's probably having a great day right now.
Oh, he's loving it because Missouri beat Ohio State in the worst game I've ever seen in my life. So now then his Chiefs are playing.
Wait, Missouri beat Ohio State this year?
Yes, in the bowl game.
I'm
It
not
was
an Ohio
terrible.
State or Michigan fan. So did they beat Ohio State?
It was awful.
Who beat Ohio
I
State?
bet he talked so
Missouri.
much shit for.
Oh, it's been awful. You know,
He's still
I
talking.
used to look forward to Steve's texts, not anymore. He's like, man, this is really bad for you, bro. He's like, Burrow goes down, Ohio State ain't worth shit. I told Steve, I was like, all Missouri has to do is wear a block M. Ohio State cannot beat a block M.
What's a block? I don't know. Shit.
Michigan,
Oh.
Missouri.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Poor Burrow going down. That crushed it. Man, that was tough. It's, you know, the funny Burrow, like, when I moved here, he had already graduated. He was at Ohio State, and I remember, you know, people talking, and I'm like, you don't know shit, right?
You never heard of him, though.
Never heard of him.
We're having the spring games the only time he ever played.
Right, and you know, I lived in Colorado. We didn't hear about.
I fucking heard of him since I was a little fucking kid.
Well, you were in the same classes, but weren't you? Did you graduate with him?
No.
Oh,
I
You were the same
graduated.
grade, though, weren't you?
Yeah, we played sports. Growing up, we played football together, basketball together. We played baseball, traveling. That was my favorite sport, baseball.
I love baseball.
We were like 12 years old playing in 14-year-old leagues and smoking them. But I remember playing 4 games in one day, and we won all 4 of them to win a championship. Or it was some tournament up in Columbus. But yeah, we were younger than all of them. It was fire.
Yeah, we did that. I coached the team for a couple of years with my buddy JP, and he's the man. Shout out JP. I love doing shout. I just always wanted to do a shout out thing.
I love getting shouted out. So yeah, I always want to shout.
Yeah, we got shout out people, right? Shout out JP. But we won the state tournament. It was when I was at Sterling still. Remember when I would take like all the weekends?
Oh,
off?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like we were gone and we won the state
You
tournament.
won?
I think they were 12, and it was cool, man. They got a little ring. It was tough. Like it was fun. It was like the last. But the youth sports is just absolutely in the toilet. The parents are awful. Well, parents are the worst, and not all
Well,
parents.
referees don't want to do it.
I will
Because of that.
Bro, I went to a high school basketball game last week. We're talking about high school basketball. You know, Southeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Look,
Super competitive.
I was gonna say, like, Skip to my Lou ain't out there. You know, Allen Iverson ain't out there. It's just not real. There's some good ball players in the area for sure, but and these, it's just wow.
Okay, let's put it this way. I loved baseball was my favorite sport. Yankees.
Yeah.
That was like my always dream growing up playing
That's how
for the New York Yankees.
we hooked up.
Until I moved to Florida. Played Florida baseball, recreational. The kids there were cranking 400-foot bombs at like 12 years old. My dreams got crushed this first day I went to Florida and played basketball. It's like maybe I'll try basketball.
Yeah.
Nope. Kids my age, in between their legs, 360 behind the back dunks. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
like,
I mean,
nope.
that's what, a class of 1,000?
Yeah, in Florida, it was the 4th biggest school. I don't know about now, but Lake Brantley in Altamont Springs, Florida. It was the
Shout
only.
out.
Shout out
Yeah.
Altamont Springs, Florida, like Brantley.
It was the only high school at the time that had its own credit union on campus. It was fucking badass.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
It had like 8 different buildings, and it was like a college campus. The courtyard, you would walk. You had 10 minutes in between class. It was a culture shock coming from here. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Florida. We lived there. Heather was stationed there for a while. We lived there for I think 4 years. It's a different world down there. It's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Like everybody's beautiful. They take care of themselves. It's beautiful out. Everybody's outside because they want. It's just gorgeous.
Yep.
It's crazy what sun will do to you. Like,
Yeah.
It's outstanding. I mean, it's
Miami, you know.
wow.
I was shocked because I was like, man, I figured Miami would have no smoking signs everywhere. And I'm like, I cannot believe they don't have any no smoking signs. And the guy told me, he was like, bro, we don't smoke down here.
Yeah.
He's like, there's no sense putting up no smoking signs because we don't smoke.
None of my friends in Orlando when I lived there smoked. I'm the only. They're like, why do you smoke? I'm like, oh, they smoke cigars, right? They don't,
Yeah.
but they would all smoke cigars, and we would smoke some weed. Yeah, exactly, like a big old fatty right out the fucking lips.
Heba.
Yeah. But I would smoke cigarettes, and none of them smoke cigarettes. They're like, why do you smoke cigarettes? We're like, everywhere you go, you got to bring a pack of cigarettes, and go to the beach, you got to put it out, you got to put it somewhere. And I'm like, you're right. And I smoked a lot less cigarettes there, and then I moved. Well, everybody smokes here.
Yep.
That's what you do.
It is. It's Midwest. I mean, I remember. I know a few people from California settled here, and the shock that they go through. You know, that Kristen, love her to death, but she was like, when me and my husband moved here, we were scared to death. Said there is some rough looking people. I was like, oh yeah, go to Walmart on a Saturday night. You know,
First of the month, baby.
I mean, it's honestly
It's
why the
crazy
circus
here.
had to shut down.
Yeah.
Is because their freak shows aren't freaky enough. You know? I mean, you see shit on the sidewalk here.
Literal, we're not like shit, like real shit.
Oh my God, is that a human?
Physical shit.
Right.
It is the craziest. I will tell you this about this area it was a culture shock for sure. Not even being from New York, because I haven't lived in New York in 20 years, but coming from cities. Like we lived in Orlando and Colorado Springs, and these are 500,000 people in Colorado Springs. That's the culture shock. It's people are people.
Right.
People are people. The culture shock is just the amount, the traffic is, there's not that much traffic, and you can go whatever, do what you want to do. And,
it is.
Like, you don't have to really plan things. You can just kind of, you take for granted a lot.
To me, like, I've never felt unsafe.
Right.
I mean, like, there's a lot of rough people around here. You don't want to fuck with, they'll get the whole damn family, dogs, cats, everybody after you.
I have been very careful.
I don't feel unsafe.
No.
I mean, you made reference to, like, having a D1 college right down the road.
Right down the road.
Your kid's going to go watch a game for $20
Right.
at a D1 school, and walking home and not really thinking much of it.
No.
I mean, that says a lot.
It does, and it's hard to have. These types of places aren't around anymore. They are, but they're hard to find.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fantastic place to grow up and to grow and, excuse me.
To meet people. I mean, because for the most part, I mean, like we're all same goal.
Yes.
We just want to work and make a living. And
the majority of the people I've met are people that if I was in a pinch I could call.
Yeah.
But then and look, you could live anywhere. But then I will say though that some of the griminess that I've experienced in this part of the country, let me tell you, Ronnie, there's some people here who will go to the depths.
Yep.
To fuck with other people.
Yep.
And it's crazy. And they don't care if it's on Facebook.
Yep.
They don't care if it's on Instagram. They don't care if it's on a billboard.
Oh, I'll tell you. The whole reason I got on Facebook, like day one, these two girls from Gloucester are arguing because the one let them borrow their EBT card and she hadn't returned it. So she's on Facebook just like, bitch, where is my card? And the girl got mad for her posting it and was like, well, if you didn't do all them Xanax and your titties didn't dry up, maybe you wouldn't need Cinebac. And I'm like, oh my God, what is this?
Just let me make an account real quick. Watch the comments.
Sign up.
Yeah, so let me sign up for this. Listen, and the best Facebook page is the Nelsonville Crackhead page. Shout out Nelsonville Crackheads. That shit is hilarious. Those people on there are
Is it still on there? I'm off Facebook. It's been a minute. That's honestly one of the reasons I had to get off, dude. It was so bad, dude. I would find myself just like going on there just to like find drama.
Yes.
And that's horrible.
There's this myth, or there's this what is it called? A logarithm or whatever.
Algorithm.
Excuse me.
A logarithm.
A logarithm. That's what I did last night. So anyway, it's if you go on anything on Facebook, you open any post, by the third one,
toxic.
It's toxic. It
Vile.
could be two puppies playing a piano. Oh my God, that's so cute. Oh my God, puppies can't play a fucking piano. You fucking stupid bitch.
Trump supporter.
Yeah, Trump supporter.
And then it just goes nuclear after that.
Absolutely. And then there's always like, oh, I don't see you. Look at you, you fat piece of shit, pig ass. But I'm like, what the fuck? People are nuts.
That's why I had to get off of it.
It's tough. My brother.
I thought by now it'd be censored to the point where you can't even cuss on it. Like, are you still seeing?
I've been in jail.
There's a Facebook jail now. There wasn't even a Facebook jail before I got
One
up.
time I couldn't find him. I'm like, why'd you delete me? He goes, I didn't. I got booted.
I got 30 days for saying, I'm not going to repeat
Yeah, let's not.
But I didn't think it was that bad. Yeah. They're like, do you want to take it down? I'm like, fucking God. 30 days.
Oh my God.
It was from somebody we work with.
Now, is it 30 days where you can't post, or is it 30 days you can't even log in and see anything?
You can see.
You just can't post?
You can't say anything.
That's almost worse. It's like teasing you.
There's people that really fucks with. There's people that really fucks with.
They can't handle it. Like, I have to comment. I have to comment.
That's me.
Yeah.
It is. Oh my God. I get in so much nonsense.
That's hilarious. You do.
I can't help myself.
I remember one time you posted something. I think it was Mr. Beast, or wasn't it? And you apologized. You're like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. You did. Mr. Beast called his ass out.
I did.
Wait, what?
Because I was like, this guy is such a douchebag. They're talking about all his money. He's like, I don't even know how many accounts I have. And I was like, oh, what a douchebag. And then instantly I get,
Yeah.
hey, congratulations, you're this. And I'm like, hey, man, I don't fuck with me, please.
Yes.
I am sorry. I'm going to delete it right now.
Yo.
Because, I mean, it was like that.
That dude has pull, and in the
He
end,
probably runs YouTube. Like, if he were to say,
Oh,
I don't
listen.
want this guy on YouTube,
that
bam,
dude
instantly
gives away
gone.
more money. It's incredible the amount of money that guy gives away. And it's
He
nuts.
doesn't know how much he's worth.
Right? He doesn't care. I don't
He
think.
doesn't.
He doesn't care. That's the thing, too.
They
He doesn't
asked him,
care.
how many bank accounts do you have? And he goes, I don't know.
Right? He doesn't know. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I mean, and that's I think
Isn't that crazy that some people are living that life though?
He figured
And there's
out the
like other
Matrix.
people that like are struggling to even like fucking get gas or
he
food.
figured it out.
Yep.
He figured out the Matrix. You got to figure out the Matrix.
It's insane
Well,
though.
it's what young people want.
Yeah.
Whatever what young people want is what controls the narrative.
And I know. Go
That's
ahead.
why the Super Bowl is going to be focused around a
As
female.
broad of a statement is, you can break that down and answer like all the world problems and like like stocks driven by just like news and stuff. So whatever the young people are buying, that's gonna
That's how they.
directly affect stock on a company. Like all these young kids are buying this stupid shit. Stock's gonna inflate.
Every Christmas, there's the gotta have toy.
It's nuts. But I will say that there are kids, and I'll just use mine as an example. He wanted it. He wants stuff.
Yeah.
And me and never do well. It is what it is. We do okay. Like we're not. I don't have a Lambo, but what we do.
Right.
We're doing okay, right?
Well, you couldn't drive it here anyway.
Couldn't drive it here
The
anyway.
roads would
Roads
rip
would
it
tear
apart.
But we do okay. Our kids have what they want. But he's like, I want this, and I can't afford that.
Yeah.
And it was thousands of dollars for some shit that he wanted to put together, which is fine. He's like, well, can I go get a job? I'm like, can you go get a job, get good grades, and still
Play sports.
still
There's no
be-
way. Like
and still do your thing? He's
Well.
like, well, listen. So here's the deal. Like, he's like, I think I kind of like, well, you can try it. So he's not wrestling this winter, and he went and found a job, went to the interview, went to the first day, got all this shit together, and like he did it on his own, and he's at work right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He wants
Got his license.
Got his license. He wanted. He just
I mean,
wanted.
to me,
Yeah.
that's a thing. I mean, my nephews, they didn't.
Right.
They were not chomping at the bit to
Nope.
get their license.
He was.
I was.
Yep.
I wanted
Me
my
too.
license as soon as I turned 16.
Yep.
did you get yours as soon as you turned 16?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I waited till I was 18.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it's just a thing.
I wanted to.
All my friends had cars, and so I kind of was just like,
Why?
Yeah.
why even? Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
really, yeah.
Well, it does put strain on the parents.
Oh, listen. We have third car, third
Yep.
insurance, and part of what he makes has to go toward. And he got paid the other day. He got paid. I want to say he got paid $60. Well, he got a parking ticket for $35. And then he
Good old OU, man. I'll tell you, they on that.
And then he didn't want to eat dinner with us one day. He's like, I don't want to eat Mexican food. I want pizza. So we're like, well, then you go buy your own dinner. Well, that was $25. And then he's like, Dad, I got no money. I'm like, see how that works?
Yep.
I said, you stick with me.
That's
you eat for
really
free."
good that you're setting him up though and showing him like that's how life works. That's literally so when he's older he's gonna be like, oh, I remember Dad only gave me like I only had this much and like he told me like that's how life works and
Yeah.
now he's gonna know how to save and
Yes.
rationalize
Hopefully,
them up.
It's hard, man. I mean, look, you can make all the right decisions with your kids. They can still grow up to be a dickhead.
Yep. Yeah.
They're their own person. It's really ultimately it's crazy though. The 5 people you hang out with the most is who you really are, and so you can't control who they hang out with, like
Right.
when they're adults, and so
You can try, because I do try. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely try to put my kids
Well,
in the right path to hang out with.
you
the
can
right
do all
people.
you can, but yeah, when they're adults, like
Well, yeah. Even at 16, I mean, you're not babysitting. I mean, he's gaining his independence. What he does with that is, you can guide, but
Yeah, and you're here enough. Like you see what you see.
Yeah.
You've been around my kids more than anybody.
great kids.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you've seen-
I'd tell you.
Yeah, no, I know you
know.
would. I know because I've heard you tell people that their kids are shitbags. Like Roland will tell you too. Like your kid's an asshole, bro. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like you're not doing this right.
Yep.
Because some of them
Yeah.
are. You gotta fucking do it. At least be respectful outside the house. Like,
Yep.
you know what I mean? But
Well.
you've known my kids for the last 5 years, and you've seen them. Like you've seen Anthony be a little peckerhead, and
Yeah.
seen Bella get a little. And then now you see 2 adults, well, 2 teenagers who are growing
Growing.
into adults. And look, my daughter just got accepted to Michigan State,
that's awesome.
so that's
I seen
yeah,
that.
yep. She's
That
got
was Bella.
Bella.
Oh, I read that wrong. I thought it was your niece.
no.
I didn't realize that was Bella.
That was Bella. Bella got accepted to Michigan State.
Dude, that's awesome, man.
It's good stuff, right? Yeah, it's good. She
Congratulations.
works hard. Bella's the hardest worker in our family, no doubt. Like, it's no doubt. No, like, without
She's
a doubt.
down for.
Yeah. Yeah. She's waiting to hear back from Ohio State.
Are any of her other friends going there that she knows of? Or so it's going to be a whole new slate,
Yeah,
a whole new
she
experience.
just-
That's probably a lot. Like, that's going to be nerve-wracking and
Yeah.
exciting, too. Like,
I mean, she'll figure it out. She's tough. Moving around with the military has taught my kids to be very resilient and taught them that, look, just wait it out a little bit and you'll find your niche.
Yep.
Luckily, they've had so my kids just have a jump on the game. Kids that are going to college, a lot of their friends who are going to college have never had to switch anything up. So my kids just have a little bit of jump on the game, and that's one of the there's not a lot of benefits of growing up in the military. There really isn't, because you move a lot. You have to move schools. You have to move houses.
I've moved a lot.
tough.
I hate it. At this point, like whenever I hear moving, I hate it
It's
because
tough.
I've had to move a lot too.
Yeah,
Moved
it is
from
tough.
Ohio, Florida, back to Ohio.
Yep.
Moved to Rhode Island.
Yeah. And that's why I think me and Heather, definitely give a little bit more than we need to. But the kids have look, for 18 and 16 years just figured it the fuck. They never had issues in school.
Yep.
They never had.
Well, that's the stepping stone right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I had no kids.
Yeah.
But if I did had kids that hated school,
Right.
I would hate my life.
Yeah.
Because every morning you got to go
Every
through
morning.
that.
Every morning.
And that is
Awful.
not the way to start your day.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal, and they don't have to love it, but you have to accept the fact that you have to do it.
You have to do it.
But I feel like the younger kids, like this upcoming generation, is going to be horrible. Like they're not going to like school because they're so addicted to their phones and like they can
Because
learn.
they're allowed to be.
They're
Yeah.
You brought up a really good point there. It's going to be crazy because
Well,
the technology we never like. I remember as a kid never having like smartphones and then seeing it. Like we're the last generation of seeing or growing up without smartphones and then
Yeah.
seeing it.
Yeah.
Everyone born today from the time they're born has a smartphone or someone.
Yep. It's total influence.
We don't know what the long-term effect is, but it could be very.
It's
yeah.
agoraphobia.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
Afraid to go out, and I mean, Japan
The
is
social
doing it right
skills are-
now. Japan is having that total problem where people do not want to go out.
And that's bad.
Their population
We're humans.
is in
We're not
decline
like yeah.
because people aren't going out.
Nobody's
and
meeting
fucking-
anybody. Nobody's
Yeah.
doing that stuff. It's tough, man. Like the phones are the best thing that's ever happened because I mean, but it's also
Oh, I'm
and
I'm
you
guilty.
can't. Yeah.
me
I
too.
mean,
Oh, me too.
I'm a hypocrite. to
Oh, me
talk
too. Oh,
shit on it.
I am on my phone. way
If I
too
didn't have my phone, I wouldn't know where to go. I couldn't have.
You couldn't have got here without it. Well, you could.
Except that I've been here before, so I could have. But
Right.
if
Oh,
I've never
yeah.
been here, 100% no.
I remember we were going to Washington D.C. My mother, God bless her, but the technology train is she's on board, but she's not conducting anything. Heading to Washington D.C. and I'm driving, and I look over and she has this whole map folded out. hey, Christopher Columbus, I got GPS right here. She don't trust it. She does not trust
know.
it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think they go their whole life knowing that is the way to get around, and then some new thing comes along, and they're getting told to do
It's
it.
like, how did we do that? I mean, like,
It happens so quick.
it can happen. I mean, like, we did it.
Yeah.
Humans have done it for decades. But if somebody plopped a map in your hand and was like, hey, you need to make it to Tempe, Arizona in 3 days.
No way, dude! No way! No way!
It's tough. It's tough.
We're spoiled. We're very fortunate, and we don't understand that if they turn the grid off or whatever it is, if they
Oh,
shut
my
down
God.
service and Wi-Fi, people would go insane.
Well,
Well,
they wouldn't know what to do. I mean,
It's a critical utility.
it is.
I mean, it's just as important as water.
It would shut down. People probably would work would stop, schools would shut down, 100%.
Everything's in the cloud. Like everything's cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's
Yeah.
cloud based.
Yeah.
Look, we go to every year for the past 3 or 4 or 5 years now. I guess every week, like for a month, the kids go to New York to our lake house. My dad's lake house and my mom's lake house. But anyway, they go there, and it used to be, you're off the grid for a little bit. There's some little Wi-Fi signal, and there's some couple cable channels, and now you go there and it's, you're 4K streaming, but when we do go there, like but that's the thing. When you're there, there's so many other things to do. Like you look outside and you see the lake, and you see a boat, and you see a jet ski, and you see a tube, and you see a picnic table, and you see a fireplace, and you're like, oh, let me go out and do this. And so there's a lot less of that. But we're guilty of it. Like there's days where me and Heather will sit on the couch, and it'll be Sunday morning, and all of a sudden it's 5 p.m. Sunday. Nobody's eating. We're all sitting there watching TV. We're all on their phones, and it's like, what did we do today?
Yep.
But we're together. I don't know. It's not the great
You're actually like
changing.
sending stuff
Yes.
to each other,
Yes.
but you're sitting right
Yes.
next to each other.
Yes, it's just like it's like back in the 50s when they would take their kids to the park. Now they just sit and talk to each other like that. It's
Yep.
it's the same shit.
Do you
as long
think-
as you're together? But
Where does this end up, though? Is it like, is this how it's going to be forever, or is it going to be here in the next 50 years, everyone's going to have the Elon Musk Neuralink chip
That's it.
in their brain?
That's it.
yeah,
Right there.
Like-
Because why carry a phone when you can
When you
implant
could just...
it?
And did you
Yeah.
see the Apple Vision Pro just got released? It's like 4,000 or crazy. It's some stupid amount of money, but it's...
I mean, it's not dumb. It's great. It's just it's crazy. It's just crazy.
But is that like... Are we just going to accept that? Are people just going to be half
Yep.
robots?
Yep.
Well, but
When babies get born, are they just going to just do that? As like, oh, here, you're born, you get umbilical cord, and then you get your Neuralink chip. Bam. Is that going to be how it's in 100
how
years?
many movies have been made about that?
A lot of them.
I mean, having a barcode on the back of your head has
Right.
been the subject of.
Hitman. Remember the movie The Hitman?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Listen, it happens.
But I think technology brings. Now we're getting into stuff that I don't know about, but I'm gonna say it.
Sure.
Like gentrification.
right.
It drives the price of things up.
Yeah.
The better the technology, the more expensive it is. Everything's supposed to be switching to battery. Well, have you checked out the price of a new electric vehicle? I mean,
That's incredible. And then what you got to put a station in your house and
I can't afford that.
right.
Right. And not a lot of other people couldn't afford it too.
This new Apple thing, like you said, $4,000.
It's $4,000, yeah.
I can't afford that. So you're going to start seeing the people who can do,
Yeah.
and the people who can't will be picking up crumbs.
Getting the second
Yep.
brand off-brand version of it that doesn't do half the features but is half the price.
The Zune. I want to tour a real manufacturing facility though.
Hold on.
Like-
I'm gonna hit record.
Like what? Like a Samsung or like a fucking...
Well, I mean, Toyota is in West Virginia.
Yep.
And when I was doing the learning for all that stuff, Toyota was the example. The
Standard.
Toyota Way was the book that I studied and everything, and they do free tours. Like they are very accepting to allow people
They're
to come
open.
in.
They're very open
Yeah,
to the public.
but I cannot get authorization to do that, which I don't know why. But
Well, I think there's a lot of technology in there that they remember when people get weird when people walk around Sterling,
yeah,
it's like
yeah, but they do tours. Like you can call them and they'll schedule you. Like they're very accepting.
You know, the last tour I went on of a manufacturing company was Cape Cod potato chips in Massachusetts.
Cape Cod
Yeah.
potato chips?
My uncle has a house in Cape Cod. I forget the name of the town or whatever. But Cape Cod potato chips are made there.
What was the coolest thing that you learned from there that you didn't know about how
How
potato
simple it
chips-
is. Like
Okay.
it's literally that simple. They take potatoes, they wash them, they peel them, they cut them, they fry them.
Yeah, but the shit that peels them and cuts them, though.
Oh,
I
no,
mean,
it's
like,
cool.
that's,
Oh yeah, it's cool. But it's small.
Did they have any fire flavors that they didn't? There was new flavors that they
Well,
let
it's
you
when
try
they
or
first
some
came
shit?
out with the jalapeno one. They came out with a jalapeno cheddar or a jalapeno.
And did you get to try it
We
there?
got to try it
That's-
right off the line. It was
that's pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. That was probably one of the coolest things.
Didn't you do a moonshine?
Oh yeah,
Tour
we
also?
went to the not a tour. We went to
Old Smoky.
Old Smokies. What's that brand?
That moon. Yeah.
Old Smokies
Old
Moonshine
Smokies.
brand.
Old
yeah.
Smokies. Shout out Old Smokies.
Old Smokies.
But yeah, we went there. We went to the outlet it's where they have all the flavors of everything. It was crazy. We tried, and you could pay I don't know if this is still true, but you pay $40, right? And you get 6 or 8 different flavors, and they give you a shot. Not a big one, but a decent one. And you get to try whatever flavors, and they got all kinds of just crazy shit.
Huh.
It's cool. We got one upstairs. It's strawberry cream, and you make milkshakes with it. So you take ice cream, and then you pour it in and make milkshake with that. Instead of adding milk, you add that stuff, and it's
Like being 4 years old and getting hammered.
Oh, it's so great.
4 years old, getting some Nesquik, getting hammered off some chocolate milk, yeah.
Yes, it's fantastic.
Well, when we put the line in, was you there when we ate the pickles?
Yeah, I was there that day.
That was them.
Yeah.
Moonshine pickles.
Yeah. Were those yours?
I was not there
Yeah.
for that. But
I brought them.
It was
in.
me, you, I think.
I think.
I think was there, and there was one random technician who was like, "Why are you here?"
But
she was there, and she
instead
did
of taking shots, we.
you were
ate a
eating
pickle.
what kind of pickles? They were dipped in what?
There were pickles that were in moonshine.
Oh, could you feel anything after eating
Oh
one?
God, it was disgusting.
I gave him some hot sauce, and it was like a Scoville unit of like 1,000,000 or whatever the fuck. It was some insane hot sauce. And I had a little Tupperware. Yeah, he tried it. He caught off the next day. I think it fucked him up that bad.
Well,
We
had a one-chip challenge go bad also.
Yeah, who was that?
He had to leave because it was so bad, yeah.
He was up in the break room, man, and I mean, he had snot and tears. He was in bad shape. And then, like 2 days later, that kid died. I don't think you can get that stuff
From
anymore.
that shit, now they ban it because
I think they
some
pulled
kid
it
died
off.
from eating it.
Damn.
It's
Swelled
just a
up
matter
his-
of time. I mean, my God, you're eating charcoal.
Yeah,
You know.
that's crazy.
I can't imagine. Like, I've done some stupid shit. I don't, you know, I got the scars to prove it. But somebody comes up to me and is like, "Hey, man, eat this." Nah.
I don't do that shit anymore. When I was younger, I would eat something hot or maybe something
Habanero
stupid.
was the hottest I ever went.
Yeah, but I don't. Nothing about that at all is attractive to me anymore at all.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly try to avoid pain.
Me too.
At every step.
Me too.
Yeah, my dad
It's
always
become a
like,
conscientious
why are you
thing.
eating those hot wings? I want to enjoy what I'm eating. And I'm like, nah,
No,
you
you
gotta eat the
sweat.
blazing Buffalo Wild Wings hottest flavor. And now I kind of understand what he's saying. Like, I'd rather just eat some barbecue wings than
Right. Like,
blazing.
Give me some honey mustard. I don't give a shit at this point.
What about Szechuan? You ever had
Szechuan?
Szechuan?
Oh no. What's
They had that at McDonald's, right? A limited sauce that you can get.
And it's a cooking technique.
Yeah.
It's in, like,
Okay.
China or, I mean, you know, once again, something I shouldn't be speaking of.
Sure. Somebody will correct us in the comments.
Absolutely, I
Somebody
hope
was like,
so.
oh, motherfucker, I was in Vietnam. I don't know where it is either. Like,
But they use the Szechuan peppercorn, and they make the ramen, and I mean the stuff is just boiling. I mean it's deep red. It looks terrible. But when people eat it, they say that the peppercorn makes like your face numb,
Okay.
and like
You
it
get a
really
sensation
kicks-
from eating it?
It really kicks the endorphins in,
Damn.
and you know it's not like you know how some hot stuff you eat it and you're like, God damn, that's good. I want some more. Like it's supposed to be
addicting.
like that.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like
I mean, even
hot
though-
Doritos. When they're spicy, you can't stop eating them. It's like the only way to stop it is eating another one, and
Yes.
then when you stop eating it, you feel it. Like, let me eat a few more, and then it like stop. It's
Spice can be. I mean,
Yeah.
You take a bite of something good. It's got some good spice to it. You're gonna want more of it.
Yeah, for sure. No, it's
You
good.
know, I don't want to be in the corner crying.
Oh, God.
You know, but
It's tough.
I mean, look at me. You know, I'm clearly a picky eater.
Listen, you know, and that's the thing too. Like, I was doing some video and I would see him. I'm like, damn, you're fat, Rick. But I don't give a fuck, bro. Fuck it. Like, I'm cool. Like, I made it through 2 surgeries in the last 24 months. I'm obviously not a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dying. Like, if I was that bad off, they wouldn't have surgery. Do I gotta lose weight? Fuck yes, I gotta lose weight.
Yeah.
I've lost some weight. I mean, you know.
Still shoot a 40s out on the course.
Yeah, I can still go out and bust almost everybody's ass who's at least at my skill level, or at least give them a game. I mean, me and you have golfed
Yeah.
enough. Me and you have some good games. Some real fucking good
I mean,
games.
I'm proud
You
of
destroy
what
me
I
at golf.
shoot.
I'm
Yes.
ass.
Bro,
I'll
there's-
probably shoot over 200.
There's days when me and Ronnie golf, and I get back in the truck. I'm like, damn, me and Ronnie are all right. Like, we're not bad. Like,
Can you like? What's your handicap?
probably like a 15, 16. We're
Yeah.
we're about that.
Bogey. I mean, it's
Well, yeah.
bogey golf, but you know, we play a lot of different courses too. So I mean, it's kind of hard to
It's always the first
get
time we
used-
played there. Yeah.
to get used
Yep.
to it.
Yep.
Because I mean, that'll shave
A bunch.
a bunch.
We still have the
And
ball though.
rangefinder. We've never used a rangefinder.
Rangefinders.
Now we have
Yeah.
rangefinders. Rangefinder took, I'm not kidding you, 7 to 8 strokes off my
Yep.
fucking game that day. It was my brother, me and
You
my brother.
played
and my
college
dad-
ball, didn't you? You
Not
played college. Basketball though, right?
JUCO,
What's that?
junior college.
Okay.
But I played it. Yes, I played after high school.
That's awesome, dude.
It was fun. Yeah, it was good. Now I will tell you this. It's funny. The team I played on the shout out FMCC. Shout out. You know, I think they're like 20-3 right now. They're crazy. They're 16-3. They're doing a great job. They got this coach EJ Gallup. Shout out EJ. He Division I ball player, one of the best ball players to ever come out of upstate New York, and he's put this program together. And I couldn't play on this team. No way. Like
they're
it's
ballers.
Yeah,
Are they balling right
players.
now?
It's don't get me wrong. We had a guy who was 20-20 and was D1. We had a point guard who was 20-10 D1. Like we had some but back then nobody was. Like we didn't even have a meal plan back then. Like we didn't really have dorms. Like it was kind of weird. Now that's more college experience. Like people are taking care of them and helping them and shit. So these good athletes are coming in and getting taken care of. It's not that we didn't. We had good coaches and stuff. It was just a different era. That's all it was. But they're legit now. Like I watch them.
Oh man.
They stream their games and I'm like, those are different. I wasn't playing against athletes like that. I just wasn't.
Nope.
Like, that's why I was able to play. And don't get me wrong. There's some good ball players, but it's not like these guys are. These guys are crazy. These guys are nuts. Fast.
Run, jump, shoot.
Oh,
you know.
that's the thing. Now
when
everybody can
you
shoot
played,
now.
you would have somebody.
Curry changed the game, dude. Everyone's a shooter now.
Like
Did you see his game winner last night?
Yes, I saw Steph's game.
Oh
last
my
night.
gosh, it was disgusting.
You
Against
gotta
the
watch
Suns.
Steph Curry play. Steph Curry had a game winner last night from 50 fucking feet away.
Really?
Two people draped all over him.
Two people all over him. 0.7 seconds left. Like just
Put him up by one, and they were playing. Which is even better, the Suns, who on the team has Kevin Durant, who, if you know any history about the Golden State Warriors, played with Steph and Dre and Clay and all them, and they won 2 championships, right? I think with Steph and
they got beat.
KD.
Oh, with KD, I think 2.
KD, they won 2 championships. And KD left. He went to Brooklyn, did ass, and now he's on the Suns.
Him and Harden
Was he on Golden State when they lost to Cleveland?
Yes.
Blew the 3-1?
They blew the 3-1. No, that was not with
they went out
KD.
and
That
got
was
him
before.
after that.
Yeah.
It was after that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
that was their 72.
72 win season, the most in ever
Was
NBA.
73.
Yeah,
72.
I think it was
70
75.
something. It was
We
74.
need, you know what we need? We
Fact
need
check
to
this.
hire someone to sit over there and do. And Heather will do this for us. And Heather
Google,
wants to come down and do this with us.
That would be so fun.
Heather's fun. We need her to get on there. She gets goofy. She's fun.
Yeah.
We need to get Audrey
we
here
could
too.
do that
They
ahead
can
of
vibe
time
out,
also. You know, I mean, we could come up with some bullet points.
Well,
and then some stats so that way we don't look like a...
No, well, that's
they
why
can
we
call
have,
us out when we're misstating something.
Yeah.
But listen, we'll have some kind. We'll just have somebody like, no, it's this. I'm like, oh, by the way, that's this.
Yeah.
Because I just throw shit out.
I ain't gonna tell you. I mean, as long as it sounds good, that's all that matters to me.
Listen,
but that's as a consumer, when you're watching content, the number one thing they're waiting for is someone to misstate something so they could correct someone. So if we have someone correcting us, anyway.
Oh yeah, listen, they're gonna see this and say, "You little fat fuck, you skinny fucking Tony Hawk, Machine Gun Kelly looking motherfucker! Like, look at this fucking hillbilly cocksucker over here! Jesus Christ!"
What is it? Caleb calls you?
BB Gun Tompkins.
BB Gun Tompkins. Oh my god!
I'm gonna pull up a picture of Machine Gun Kelly right now.
BB Gun Tompkins. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Caleb, shout out Caleb. You didn't push record on that?
No, I did. I was getting my face so we could pull up a picture of Machine Gun Kelly and then my face right up next to it.
Does that zoom any more in?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, do I need it zoomed in?
Try zooming it. See, let's see what we can get in the frame. That's a little right there.
Yeah, it cuts out pretty quick.
That's a little bit closer.
Am I cut out? I could also. I'm cut off. I could always zoom in and post in Adobe.
Oh, you can?
100%.
Oh, yeah. You got that.
Can you zoom into each person's face? You're still kind of cut off.
Oh, damn, really?
You're kind of at the end there. I think you might be all right.
But you're not 300 pounds either, so.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah, like you're not a big body like us. Goddamn. BB Gun Tompkins. That's real. Caleb is fun.
Caleb is quick.
Caleb would be fun.
We need to get him on the pod. Yeah.
I think we need to get Caleb on here soon. Like
he cuts deep.
Yeah, he does. He cuts deep. Caleb, real talk. Like of all the people that work there, I mean, I come pretty quick with it at times, and Caleb is, I think, the number one who I'm like, I gotta really be careful what I fucking say to this guy.
Yep.
Because he will absolutely drive a sword through your soul. and he is fucking hilarious.
Oh God.
He makes me laugh.
Funny as fuck, dude.
He kills me, bro. He's said some of the funniest shit that I've ever heard, and it's not like when Spencer says
It's so
funny shit,
good. No, what Caleb says is like you understand to a T. It's so good,
and you have to
dude.
pay attention because the motherfucker will slip it in quick too, and it's funny.
So Spencer was talking about his little girl having nightmares and came in the bedroom and wanted to sleep with him. And Caleb goes, "Come here, honey. Don't crush the potato chips." I had to sit down. I just couldn't. I could picture it so vividly, but the way he said it was just, "Oh, come here, baby. Just don't crush the potato chips."
Oh my god.
That's a really good.
Listen, I still have that whistle. That whistle is right over there. It's right over there. Maybe in here.
The 3D printed one. Coach. Well,
I'll find it for next time.
Let's be honest. Your transformation was almost like a reality show.
Listen, bro.
Because it was. You had to be told.
Yeah.
But
I had to. But
you brought it.
But here's the difference between, I think, like me and you, and I think a lot of the people there that bitch about, not just there, I'm not specifically calling out there, but in a lot of places, people bitch about not getting opportunities or not having things. You were given a fucking opportunity, and 90% of the people in that building, 99 would have folded if they had to work for Steve.
Yeah.
That was a brutal fucking job you took on.
It's tough.
And 99% of the people would have folded if they had to work for Dusty. That was brutal.
Yeah.
So
at the speed we were going.
Holy shit.
We had a contract with the
I bet
government.
your phone just rang.
It was so bad to the point where Heather told me if you don't turn your phone off
from
midnight to 5 a.m., I'm like, you have to sleep somewhere else.
You probably had 80 people.
Every day.
Blowing it up.
Every day. Every day somebody's dog died. Every day somebody's mother-in-law.
I was going to say,
something.
What was the craziest thing you heard, dude? As like a manager, having people report to you, having to hear their every personal experience. What was the craziest thing? And you don't have to give names.
No,
Please don't give
not.
names.
Of course
but...
not. No, never. Man, that's something to think about because...
while you're thinking,
yeah.
Ian Bateman, when he worked there...
Well, there you go with the names.
Name.
Yeah. Oh, he'll love that I gave him this experience.
Shout out.
Shout out Ian Bateman, bro.
I think that's the copyright law. I think as long as you say shout out, I think we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Okay, who can remember, do you remember...
There you go. Shout out.
You gotta beep it. You can see my lips. If you're a good lip reader, you can see it, but...
Shout out. Shout out.
LLC.
That's when BM was his boss. Ian's boss. Ian
dying.
wanted to take a day off work, and so he had no other excuse but saying that he had Lyme disease. He got bit by a tick and got diagnosed with Lyme disease and couldn't come into work. Next day, he came into work. Bro, like, if you have Lyme disease, you're probably going to be put out for a week or so. Like, that man said he had Lyme disease and then came in the very next day.
Sure wasn't lying?
Lion disease. Yeah, lion disease. So what's the craziest thing you've heard? As a manager, I bet you've heard some crazy call-offs that are like, come on, dude, think better. Just say you don't feel. Say you don't want to come in, and I'll believe you more than what you just said.
Like that whole thing I do with like waste of a question. You've heard, I got the tattoo that says waste of a question. That's a lot of it came from working in that environment because it was. Listen, you can't call. Mind you, it's payday. It's always on payday. It's always like, so what do we get paid on Thursdays? So it was every Friday.
Yep.
And it was a certain group of people that obviously enjoyed when they got paid, and they enjoyed it a lot. So it started at probably 10 o'clock at night, every payday, the day after every pay, or the every day payday was Thursday, so 10 o'clock every night. Don't feel well, got diarrhea. My daughter got her first period.
Things that you can't be like, no.
My daughter got her first period.
But what gets me is like you're admitting that, because one of mine is a grown man going up to a supervisor and telling him, "Hey man, I just shit my pants."
They say,
and I'm like, okay, all right, you go home. if you're willing to admit that you just shit your pants,
I have nothing else to say.
then go home.
Go home.
Then you win.
You know.
You win today.
Exactly.
I mean, part of me wants to.
Why'd you come in to begin with? Like, yeah.
I mean, ultimately, part of me is just like, prove it. I mean, if
Pixar didn't happen.
If you're willing to take it this far to try to get out,
I want to see those stains, bro.
Then prove it.
Yep.
You know.
It was a lot of that. Like, it was a lot of, I got a flat tire. Then they'd send me a picture of their tire that it wasn't flat. Like,
or a Google image screenshot, flat tire.
Yeah, it was bad. And it started at 10 o'clock at night and it didn't stop.
Well,
and then they would I would always, and listen, mind you, I never questioned anybody. Because I didn't have time to question anybody. And I said, okay to everything. Always said okay. And then they would come to me like, hey, I got burned for PTO or this and that, or I didn't, whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like, listen, you called me, told me you couldn't come to work. Yeah. Well, I told you why. I don't care why. Yeah. You heard me tell a couple people that I'm like, I don't give a shit about anything outside of those doors. Not to say I don't care about you as human beings, but I don't
have time to hear or think or process your fucking personal shit. There's too many people I have to tend to. Yeah, no.
Bro, it was upwards
they
of
don't want to hear what he's thinking.
Exactly.
So he has no other choice than to just say, all right, cool.
Right.
Yeah. Because they don't, because if you were to ever be like, all right, man, this is bullshit.
Yep.
They're going to bust you out. And at that time, we had to get people in.
Oh.
I mean, like, it was one of the craziest work environments I've ever been involved with. I mean, it was, it was incredible, really.
It was pretty incredible. The things we did there were pretty, the things that people stepped up to do that you didn't know if they could step up to do it, and they did. And the influences that a certain amount of people, like, for instance, Steve Adriano had shout out Steve Adriano. Yeah. He had his. And then the two people that I look up to as mentors that had a huge impact on the way I did things. Yep. There was time when the HR department was beneficial. They switched gears awful quick. It is what it is. Right? Big shock. But listen, people put time. Me and Nate, I remember, the guy who owns the whole thing, he came, he's like, hey, I need 24-hour service on this. Like, I need you guys to watch this engine for 24 hours. Me and Nate were there 12 to 12, 12 to 12, 12 to 12, 12 to 12, just
watching it.
Just listening for an engine to break. And it's just, everybody did it. It wasn't just us, everybody. Everybody. It was crazy. Like, it was nuts. Everybody who was worth anything was busting their ass. And the people who didn't want to bust their ass got weeded out incredibly quickly.
Yeah.
Incredibly quickly. And we ended up building a very, very strong team. And then what happened? COVID went away.
Yeah.
And then people got bored.
Yeah. And we all knew that was
gonna happen. It just.
But it was the opportunity that I just in a way I was kind of disappointed because there was and a lot of places nobody would step up.
Right.
It was an opportunity to step up and to really, flex and grow
and define yourself as who you are in the company, really,
or just because we had a commitment. Yeah. It's like, hey, they need our shit for this. Yeah. Well, whether you believe in COVID or not, I don't care. It's our job.
It's our job, right? Yeah.
So we gotta step up. And we did, but it was a lot.
Everyone got their freezers, and then they didn't need them anymore.
Listen, it was the closest thing since playing high school and JUCO sports. It's been the closest thing I've ever felt to like a game time type of feeling in my gut. Like, I would get to work and I'm like, it's game time today. It's like, and I would pull everybody together and we would all talk. And
there's a number that has to be hit, and if we don't hit it, it's like we lose. Right. And if we hit it, it's like we can celebrate as a team to win. Yeah.
And the old culture of, well, why didn't we hit the number? I don't know. We'll just build more on Saturday. Went away. Like, we're like, no, wait. How do we build more now so we don't have to work Saturday?
Yeah.
Like, kind of shit. It was nuts, bro. I mean, and people were studs. People were studs. Like, it was crazy.
It's a rewarding place.
Super.
I still think it is.
Of course.
I mean, around here, what's better?
I'd go back and work if they asked. Like, if there was an opportunity for me to go back and have it be an impact player and be able to kind of, I don't need to go back in and do what I was doing. I don't want to do that because that was too much. I mean, shit, they had to hire 3 people. I mean, there's 3 people doing what the fuck I was doing. Yeah. Not for nothing, but I had, my team was solid. My team was solid. Ronnie and Nate and some guys that, I didn't know if they could step up, and they did, and just some studs.
Well, I mean, what he did.
Well, yeah, you went and formed another one
No
down.
small feat either.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, right.
Being by himself
Of
down
course.
there.
I learned so much.
We used to talk about you all the time. Me and Ronnie would talk about you all the time. We're like, yo, like not long ago, Liam was like, I remember me and you started wearing studs together, the earrings, right?
Literally, yeah.
And all of a sudden, right, that's what I'm saying. Like me and you were like, yo, let's listen to some hip hop. Let's put some studs in our ears. And then all of a sudden, you're running your own shit. I'm running my own shit. And it's like, oh,
Yep.
it was fun.
I remember your first day you were wearing the Yankees NY.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I'm tired of these Cleveland,
Oh, God.
now it's Guardians, but Cleveland Indian fans at the time.
So, little inside joke, but talking about a crazy excuse to leave work.
Yeah.
Chiggers.
Chiggers. I got chiggers.
Chiggers.
You heard that before?
Yeah.
Listen, Ronnie.
Oh, God.
Listen, when I first started,
Oh, God.
when I first started there, Ronnie was my boss, and I worked for him in the cell we had, and it was me and these two other guys that were on the other side that were just goofballs, and then this other guy who had chiggers. And one day, like,
he was teaching, you know, he was kind of showing you a little bit, and he is just scratching and scratching. So, I mean, like, you're sitting pretty close to him, like, closer than we are right now. Like, you're trying to learn this shit. And you, bro, you all right? Yeah, I got chiggers.
Yeah.
Rick, hey, man. I'm like, what? He's like, what's chiggers?
Yeah. I didn't know what the fuck it was.
That's what I explained it to him, and he was like, yeah, I don't want to sit next to this guy
Gotta get
anymore.
this guy out of here.
Look up chiggers.
Yeah, look up
They're-
chiggers.
ah.
Oh, listen, that was a different. Those times were different. Like, listen, want to hear something funny? This was Ronnie back in 2017, 18. We would all get there at 6 o'clock like we were supposed to. Ronnie rolls in at like 9:15 with an Egg McMuffin and a Red Bull. Like,
You were there when we were doing like fucking 10 hours, 6 days a week, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Insane times.
Stupid.
Just,
Yeah.
like, I can't believe we did that.
That's
for
why.
one.
That was.
Hey, guys, we're going to go to 410s. 2 days later, yeah, we need you to come in Friday and Saturday.
Bro, we were
Maybe
out-
Sunday.
Listen, there was a strong stretch where it was 7 days a week. There
It
was people
was.
in there doing things.
Night shift
Insane.
also. I mean,
It's like
running.
Yeah.
Money's great, but there's a point where you make too much where you gets taxed way more
Oh,
than it's
yeah.
worth.
Every
So-
time. I mean,
Yeah, they lost money on that shit.
yeah.
I had the night shift, and I got kicked off night shift because it was told that we were having too much fun. They're like, somebody walked in like, well, it's just loud music and everybody's just having fun. Yeah, we are. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. and we're building boxes.
We're trying to stay awake,
No
my
shit.
guy. Like, if the
Remember,
music's not on, we're gonna fall asleep.
God.
You remember Brock Lesnar?
Yeah. Brock Lesnar.
I walked in there one night, and I was kind of like,
Wait, is it? Hold on,
He
let me
took
think
over.
of
That's
his
the guy
name.
who.
no.
I'll beep it
no.
out.
This was a big old boy,
Yeah, he was a big dude.
and he was a prison guard at SEORJ. I can't remember his name, but
Referred to
Ralph,
him as.
Ralph gave us
Yeah.
Brock
Brock
Lesnar,
Lesnar.
That's amazing.
and it was hilarious. So anyway, I go in there and I'm flexing a little bit, you know. I'm like, show me what's going on in here. And we go walking through, and there's dudes like laying on the tracks.
Yeah.
sleeping.
Yes. Yes.
I would have got an air horn behind him and.
This is good. This is good stuff.
This
You
is
know.
fantastic. Listen,
That's
favorite-
amazing, dude.
we had.
I've never heard of a sleeping story besides. You remember, right?
We had a tour come through, and they were going up to walk the integration line, and I forget the kid's name. I want to say I don't remember.
I need to stop saying.
But he was. I know. Yeah. I know. Shout out.
Yeah.
He was sitting like, you know, you walk up the stairs. He was sitting right there like crisscross applesauce eating a bag of Doritos.
Oh yeah.
And and it was like, it was the big dogs were coming up. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I get pulled in, like, this is what happened. I'm like, I can't defend that. I don't know how to defend that. Like, what do you want me to do? Fire him? Like, get out of here. It was nuts.
Well, I mean, heating Pop-Tarts up with torches, cooking their pizzas with torches. I mean,
Out on the floor, like above the electronics.
They see, that's the feat that nobody, like, I think that's the feat that, like, when people say, like, oh, well, we did this and this and this, the biggest thing we did was to get all those different personalities to work in unison for like 6 months.
Yep.
That's the feat. Because let me tell you, there's people who didn't finish second grade, who didn't finish high school, who didn't finish this, who could barely spell their name. Some of them were geniuses in disguise, and it was just they were everywhere. They were just mixed in everywhere. It was crazy.
COVID happened way too fast for that. I mean, I can't believe we went from a private company to
it was perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
It was.
Some people made a lot of money.
Made a bunch.
What was Dusty, our CEO? He probably
Shout out Dusty. You can't. Yeah, he's listen. Real talk. That dude is. He's doing it. Like that dude. Like he snaps his fingers and shit happens.
Shit happens.
Yeah,
that just goes back to
selling his stock shares, and they're substantial.
Goes back to just people are living different lives. It's like different universes. There's us out here that think like probably. I mean, dude, if you were to give me $1,000, I'll be like, that's a lot of money. There's people out here that think $1,000 is like nothing.
And a lot of them were associated with that place for a while. We're gonna have to cut all the shit out. We say that shit.
Oh yeah.
But I will say
we gotta figure out a way to talk because look, there's
shout out to Dr. B.
Shout out Dr. B. He won't care. Like he won't care. Shout out Dr. B. Because there's some fantastic. Like how do you just walk in the middle of a goddamn podcast?
I just this.
Oh my
comfortable
God.
already.
Holy shit!
I text you. I said you Anthony's key.
I'm on YouTube. I'm on airplane mode. What's up? What do you need, babe?
I need Anthony's key.
You need iced tea?
Anthony's key.
Oh, Anthony's
I heard it all 3 times.
I got headphones.
He's got headphones.
I mean, to be fair.
Shut up, Roland.
They're on the table in there, I think, in the garage. Hey, make sure that cord isn't like squished down there. Make sure it's on the bottom.
Oh, wait, I just made it squished.
Yep. There you go.
That's probably why it won't up.
Good job, Heather.
Jesus. Let's cut this out.
Look at I even looked through the hole.
Yeah, thanks. I can look through a hole too.
The lights go out.
Actually, turn those lights off. Hit that switch real quick, Ronnie.
What is it?
Hit that switch real quick. I want to see what it looks like without.
That might be even a bigger vibe, bro. That's like kind
Let's
of
finish
a
it
more
like that.
cinematic vibe.
Yeah, we'll finish it like this. And I got another one that we can.
I was gonna say these are very nice lights. I need some of those.
Well, I have another one. I just need to find. I got a stand right here for it. So
We could get one positioned all on our 3 of our faces perfectly.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Dude, that's a vibe. Look at that.
I like it. It looks good, don't it?
That has more color definition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you gotta leave, or are we good here?
Yeah, I think I've been to check out.
Well, then we'll just
I
check.
got lost
What
there,
do you want to do?
I actually have to piss real quick. But what time is it? Is it 3:30? I could run till 4. We could
You can hop on that. Well, we got a lot.
We did get a lot. I mean, this is a good first episode.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
need time to pick up your shit and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna hit stop.
This is a good.
That was fun. That was fun.
good.
That was fun.
Smoking on purple, ease my mind.
It's that shit that we get high to.